This pop star has wild alter egos to complement her wild pop culture moments. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest Nicki Minaj moments.
My fans don't deserve that. They don't deserve to pay that. When these people stand outside from 1 o'clock in the morning to see me. It's not a club, it is 13,000 people.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on some of the most memorable moments from Nicki Minaj's career thus far. Whether on stage or off, awe-inspiring or controversial, these are some of Nicki's most insane, attention-worthy moments to date.
Hey yo, baby bop, you and your EP. Who's gassing this hoe? BP?
Number 10. The wax figure pose. Okay, this first one doesn't involve Nicki in the flesh, but we challenge you to tell the difference. In 2015, Madame Tussauds in Las Vegas honored Nicki Minaj with her own wax figure. But while many celebrities are typically portrayed in a standing pose, Nicki was featured on all fours, a nod to her Anaconda music video. More on that later. The figure didn't offend Nicki. In fact, she actually expressed her approval, support, and excitement on social media. Many visitors also approved of the unique wax figure, as evidenced by the suggestive or downright vulgar poses they chose to strike while getting photographed with the wax figure. Number 9. Her feud with Remy Ma. This feud kicked off in 2007 when Nicki seemingly challenged one of hip-hop's most respected female MCs, Remy Ma, in Dirty Money.
Tell that bitch with the crown to run it like Chris Brown. She won 3 rounds, I'ma need 100,000. Like Chinatown, bitches better bow down.
Of course, this was back in the day before Minaj was a pop superstar, and Remy was serving what would end up being a 6-year prison sentence. After stewing in Bedford Hills Correctional, Remy was released in 2014 and promptly stoked the flames by rapping over Nicki's truffle butter beat. Nicki, for her part, fired back sometime later with controversial verses on Make Love and Swallow.
I gave these bitches 2 years, now your time's up. Bless her heart, she throwing shots, but every line sucks.
This feud used to be passive-aggressive, but it went full throttle when Remy dropped Sheether in 2017. Knowing Nicki, this beef will only get wilder. Number 8. Her monster verse.
Yeah, I'm in that tanga, color a Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer.
On this 2010 Kanye West track, Nicki received songwriting credits alongside Rick Ross, Bon Iver, and the legendary Jay-Z. She did more than hold her own against her fellow musicians, however, and absolutely killed it, closing out Monster with a gonzo horror-themed verse.
Yeah, my money's so tall that my Barbies gotta climb it. Hotter than the Middle East and climb it. Find it.
Lyrically, Nicki blends pop culture references with the macabre and her own status within hip-hop. Vocally, she switches personas from lyric to lyric, sometimes in the same thought. It's an entertaining verse for sure, a bizarre yet memorable moment that forced critics and haters alike to pay attention.
Get cash, make them blink fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for.
Number 7. That no shade speech.
What I want the world to know about Nicki Minaj is when you hear Nicki Minaj spit, Nicki Minaj wrote it.
At the 2014 BET Awards, Nicki publicly commented on hip-hop ghostwriting. Though she doesn't call anyone out by name, many fans and critics speculated that she was referencing her fellow female MC Iggy Azalea. Nicki used social media to dispute the claim, however, and, to be fair, the moment itself was arguably more honest than shady. Nicki even let it be known that there was no shade.
And no shade.
Still, her demeanor and body language speak louder than her words, a telling Nicki Minaj moment in which she smiles while subtly slamming the competition. Number 6. When she deleted her Twitter account. In the social media age, some celebrities claim to have broken Twitter, including Nicki Minaj. Back in 2012, though, it was Twitter that broke her, as she actually deleted her account after an internet beef with a fan site. Nicki was reportedly upset about tracks being leaked online, and when it turned into a whole big thing, she deactivated her account. She returned, of course, like many celebrities often do. Twitter is, after all, an important part of any A-list musician's marketing toolbox. But as it turns out, the Twitter break reportedly had less to do about the online beef and more about Nicki just wanting to unplug for a bit. Crazy, huh?
I don't need no fraud. I don't need no drama when you call.
Number 5. Those stupid hoe lyrics.
I get it cracking like a bad bag. Bitch talking shit a queen when she looking like a lab rat.
For her second album, Nicki co-wrote a diss track that was reportedly directed towards her longtime nemesis, Lil' Kim. While the title itself is edgy, many people, including critics, weren't impressed with the repetitive, watered-down lyrics.
1, 2, 3 to the Nicki Minaj blink. 'Cause these hoes so busted, hoes is so crusty.
In other words, Nicki seemed to rely more on style rather than substance. The video, with all the hype and visual flair, actually broke Vevo's 24-hour streaming record. On the Billboard charts though, this Nicki song was a relative failure, at least when compared to some of her more creative singles.
If you're cute, then the kookaroo. If you're sexy, eat my kookaroo. Put your cape on, you a super hot.
Number 4. Her Grammy Awards Exorcism performance.
I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. I feel pretty.
Depending on who you ask, this Nicki performance was either brilliant or completely mad. For longtime Grammy producer Ken Ehrlich, however, it was just disappointing. Conceptually, Nicki channels her alter ego Roman Zelensky, a character that refuses to be exorcised, and certainly a character that her fan base is familiar with.
And this right here gon' make a chick cry. And this shit on the side like a great guy. But this what I do when a chick breaks up.
Unfortunately, this coming out party didn't translate for Grammy viewers, or even those who are already aware of Nicki's shocking ways. It's a bizarre performance, something more suited for her core fans rather than a worldwide Grammy audience. Number 3. Dissing Mariah Carey on American Idol. When divas collide, you know it's going to make news. For American Idol Season 12, we suspected that the producers knew exactly what they were doing when Nicki Minaj was paired with Mariah Carey at the judges' table.
The music will cut me off if I can. Oh, darling, may I express this to her as a singer?
Sure enough, the two larger-than-life performers quickly began to butt heads, with the dynamic soon becoming downright nasty. During the Charlotte, North Carolina auditions, Nicki was not shy about showing her true feelings. She even cussed out Mariah. Whether it was all natural or played up for publicity, it's a moment that strengthened the Nicki Minaj persona.
Nicki, how would you and Mariah do a duet?
Me and Mariah would be like this. What? About my ways, boo-boo? We'll leave it at that.
Number 2. The Anaconda music video.
Dick bigger than a tower. I ain't talking about Eiffels.
Lyrically, this Billboard hit is hypersexual and suggestive. And despite the odds, the Anaconda music video somehow manages to up the ante even higher. Anaconda is one of the more controversial hip-hop videos to ever hit the web, and in a genre known for explicit content and aggressive visuals, that's really saying something. The song samples the 1992 Sir Mix-a-Lot hit Baby Got Back, and you know that Nicki got people talking with this bootylicious production. Divisive though it may have been, this provocative music video ensured that Nicki was all anyone could talk about for quite some time.
I got a big fat ass. Come on.
Number 1. When she called out Miley Cyrus at the MTV VMAs. In 2015, Anaconda did not receive a nomination for MTV's Video of the Year. Unsurprisingly, Nicki Minaj was not happy and famously got into a Twitter fight with Taylor Swift. A few days before the VMAs, Miley Cyrus chimed in with her opinion during a New York Times interview, and she focused more on the Nicki Minaj persona rather than the larger cultural issue, at least from Nicki's point of view. When accepting her award for Best Hip Hop Video, Nicki unleashed "The Shade Heard Round the World," a moment so crazy that many people thought it was actually staged. With Nicki Minaj, you just never know.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.